What's going on, everybody? It's your boy BOJ. We are here talking MoveQuest, ladies and gentlemen. I had to get this video out as quickly as possible. I've finished digesting all of what we received last night on the call that Lynette had put on, and that the team of MoveQuest had provided us to get some information last night, and what a call it was. For those of you that are missing these calls, ladies and gentlemen, I will reiterate over and over, time and time again, you cannot miss these calls, ladies and gentlemen. These are some of the most informative, informational, exciting. I'm trying to find a good word to say that it shows every week a glimpse into the future. It's just an amazing thing. But I want to share this final promotion run that's going to be going on right now that I do believe that everyone should know about. First of all, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor, right? I'm just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I'm cranking it out many different platforms and opportunities. But really, honestly, MoveQuest is the most exciting platform that I have had the opportunity to be a part of. And I'm so excited to share this with you all. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the slides from the call that we were on last night. And I want to share this with you all because this is really, when I've talked about future-proofing all these years, and I talk about positioning yourself for something great, this is our opportunity to do that in MoveQuest, even further past what we've already done. We've already positioned ourselves here at BOJ for success with MoveQuest, and I will constantly talk about MoveQuest because I believe it's the most life-changing project that there is out there to date. But there is something going on right now, all right? It is the final promotion run. I want to make sure that everybody understands what this is. I want to go through this spiel first. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor, all right? I'm just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I'm cranking it out in many opportunities. Nothing more, nothing less than that. And if you like this content, hit subscribe. If you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, make sure you hit notification bell as well. And please, sir, please, ma'am, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp man or anybody out there trying to get your wallet information, your pertinent information, anything that is important to you. Let's keep it. Stay diligent. Stay vigilant in this space, all right? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and share this document, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to expand it. Hopefully you guys can see that. One good time. Make sure that it can be seen. It's very important that we can see this. All right. Here we go. MoveQuest NFT miners, all right? So they talked about last night how the Navigator is no longer available. That is the 50% power. The Vanguard is 200% power, all right? You mint those in the incubator, okay? And we already kind of know that. The Explorer is no longer available. So the Navigator and the Explorer, we have not seen those. Now, for those of you that have those, you will still own them. Like I have a few of them. I have a few Navigators. I have a few Explorers. I'll still own them. This doesn't mean that they won't ever come back further down the line, but they are no longer available at the moment right now, okay? The Titans, which I strongly suggest any leader out there lead from the front, right? I understand that the Titans are expensive. They are 400% mining power, and they cost $800. The reason why it's $800 is you have to get 2 Vanguards, and then you have to evolve them to 1 Titan, all right? So the cost of doing all that is $800. Trailblazers, all right? So right now we're looking at 3 available miners. The Vanguard, which you get in the incubator, the Titan, which is the most powerful, but you need to combine 2 Vanguards together. And then we have the Trailblazer, right? The Trailblazer is free with every dock slot that you open, all right? They would cost $100 otherwise, and you'll be able to mint those in the incubator, but the reason that you're not able to right now is because every time you open a dock slot, they're giving you one. So when that goes away, then you'll be able to mint those in the incubator as well. But for right now, that's the reason why that's not in the incubator. Now, this is supposed to show the dock slots, right? So mining docks, the current price to unlock each one of these docking slots is $80. Now, you'll notice here that on the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The first 10 you unlock with Avalanche, all right? You have to have Avalanche. If you want to open up all of those 10 docking slots, you have to have that avalanche. The rest of them is going to be opened with MQT. So if you want to have all 18 docking slots open, you will need some avalanche, you'll need some MQT, all right? There's a limited promotion right now with every docking slot that you open, they're giving you a complimentary Trailblazer, as you can see, all right? That will end on Friday, March the 23rd. So I don't want to act like you got some time because it just felt like it was March of this year, not long ago. Ladies and gentlemen, March will come upon us very quickly. If this is something that you are interested in doing and making sure that you can mine with the most that you can mine with, open your docking slots and they will give you a complimentary Trailblazer, which we've already discussed is at $100 value just in itself. But they're going to reward you for opening your mining docks. All right? So here's what the new price of them will be. After March 23rd, they will be $100. The first 10 will be still open in AVAX, but it'll be $100 in AVAX. The last 8 will be open in MQT, and it'll be $100 in MQT. All right? So that will be the new price. So I just want to remind you, you have this opportunity to get those Trailblazer miners. You're getting them at $80 when you open them at docks when you open up the dock slot at $80, you're getting rewarded with a free Trailblazer. Now, this is the MoveQuest giveaways to date. They mentioned this in the call last night. It looks like 117,000 docking slots have been given away to open up to date. 115,000 Trailblazers. Now, mind you, the docking slots was valued at $9.3 million. The Trailblazers valued at $11.5 million. The Titans, 8,200 Titans, valued at $6 million, $6.5 million. The Vanguards, 9,300 Vanguards, valued at $1.6 million for a total of $29 million in giveaways. Now, there was a reason why this was posted. The reason why is there's a lot of people that think that MoveQuest needs new money to be able to, function and do this and that. How can you think that when they're giving away $29 million worth of Vanguards or giveaways, I should say, not just Vanguards, but you guys understand what I'm saying. It's not dependent on this per se. What it's dependent on is an active community. That's what keeps the lifeblood of MoveQuest going. A community that's engaged, all right? It's not making people buy docking slots and opening them. Yes, it gives them more mining power to give them a better opportunity to mine a powerful token. But there's many levels to mine it, and you can just buy it. So, at the end of the day, it's not relying on new money. Now, here is something that I thought was so amazing when they talked about this, and they didn't give too many details. Right now, they're going to be doing another call, I think, tomorrow about the MQTpay.io. But they had talked about how they had always kind of had a in-wallet system because, of course, we had to send Avalanche to do our submission fees anyway. So they have an in-app in-wallet system, but they didn't have a full-on wallet. They are launching the MoveQuest Web3 wallet. Now, they have said this is the safest way to protect your MoveQuest rewards. It is designed specifically to eliminate the #1 cause of crypto loss, which is phishing scams, fake links, copycat websites, and malicious transactions. We all need to be on the lookout for this anyway. But what MQT and MoveQuest and what the team has developed is going to make it so easy for us to participate in this system, and it's going to function just like a wallet like MetaMask and Trust Wallet. So I think that's going to be an amazing asset. We'll talk about that more as we see more information. Here's another slide about the wallet. Just to talk about the security of what MQT Pay can provide. The smart security, it protects you automatically. If a website is pretending to be MoveQuest, the wallet will block the transaction instantly. No more losing tokens to scam links. A whitelist only safety system where you can whitelist the websites here you want to use. It will have a DApp browser. Your wallet will only connect to websites you trust. If it's not whitelisted, the wallet alerts you before you approve anything. So malicious contract detection, behavior-based fraud monitoring, MQT Pay will have incredible features, and that'll be announced more in the next 2 weeks. All right. So for those of you that know Herschel, he's an amazing leader. He's done so many things for the MoveQuest community. And when we were on the core team call the other night, he said, Lynette, you're such an amazing person, right? Would you be opposed to offering just a one last minute promotion for those of the people that already have their docking slots open, right? So we talked about folks that, already have, well, let me say this, one last minute dock slot promotion. I'm getting ahead of myself. So let me back up. He said, well, can we offer one last minute dock slot promotion? Of course, Lynette, deep down inside, she was with it, but she said, are you kidding, right? Herschel, matter of fact, responded with, no, not kidding at all, which he actually did. And they said yes. So here's the deal. And I want everybody to understand what's at stake here. Okay. This is going to end. The first one is going to end in a couple hours. I need to get this up for you guys as soon as possible. All right. Hopefully those of you that were on the call last night and are in my Telegram group, you've already seen this notification. This is for the people that may just see this on YouTube. All right. December 9th through the 10th. Today is the 10th. All right. At 10 p.m. Eastern, the unlocking docking slots will be $40. This is for 11 through 18. Okay. This is not for, I don't believe this is for the first 10. First 10 is still $80 an avalanche. But I do believe these are for the ones that are paid in NQT. So December 10th through 11th at 10 p.m., the $50, it being $50. So as you can tell, they're going to increase every day until it goes back to the $80. Then it'll be $80 until March 23rd, when it will turn to $100. So everybody will understand, this is just for this week. All right, at the end of the call on Saturday, this will be over. So I hope you guys can see this. December 11th through the 12th, ends at 10 p.m. They all end at 10 p.m. except for the December 12th through the 13th, ends at 12 p.m. Eastern. And that will be when the $70 one will end. So those of you that have not opened your docking slots, this is an opportunity for you right now to get them open at a discounted price, all right? December the 13th, 2025, our final promotion begins, and you don't want to miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, launching the second week of March, we are going to have our own blockchain, the NQT blockchain. We are going to be on the Polygon blockchain, the Solana blockchain, the Arbitrum blockchain, and the Binance blockchain, all right? Now, the slide says, are we flipping crazy? The answer is no. They love that. We love our community. MoveQuest has always given back to its community. And I've been involved with MoveQuest since August of last year. All right. It's December of 2025. I got involved August of 2024. And it has always been doing things for the community. Right. So what they have done, Trailblazer, here's what they've, let me see. This is the doc max match and the minor max match. What's the word I'm looking for? The graphic, right? So for those of us that are interested in what this is doing, when December the 13th starts, okay, we are going to have the opportunity to submit just like we always have. But on the 13th, when all of these different chains launch, we are going to have the opportunity to not only, with the amount of submissions that we do, and it does matter, right? If we submit, we will have a equivalent mirrored on each blockchain. So the easiest example I can give right now without looking at the next slide, it doesn't have the slide necessarily on here that shows, this kind of shows what the giveaways are for these different miners, right? So I'm just going to use myself for an example. I'm a person that has 18 docking slots open with 18 Titans in all docking slots, right? So what that will mean, if I mine 90, if I submit 90 to 100 days, okay, out of the next 100 days from the December 13th to March 23rd, all right? And remember that these dock slots, they increase to $100 on the 13th, by the way. But what I'm trying to get to is the match. If I submit 90 to 100 days, they are going to fully match my docking slots and my Titan. For whatever you start with on December the 13th, say if you're a person that has 9 docking slots open and you're mining with all Vanguards, right? If you submit your proof of activity for 90 out of the 100 days at least on all the different blockchains, you will receive matching docking slots and matching miners for those 9. Now, whatever you start off with on that 13th is what you, so if you decrease or increase, it doesn't matter. It's going to take the lowest there is, all right? So for me, I'm jumping out the gate with 7,200 in mining power. So my goal is to submit at least 90 out of the 100 days, all right? This is an incentive to submit, ladies and gentlemen. And as we get on these future blockchains, this is a way to future-proof yourself. If you're able at any level, these Trailblazers, the Vanguards, the Titans, whatever you have in your mining dock slots right now, and whatever you have on the 13th, this is why this promotion was even put here, ladies and gentlemen, because they want you to open the dock slots and position yourself for this 100-day run. Now, of course, there is a sliding scale. I believe I put that in my Telegram group. I'm going to go and I'm going to check in my Telegram just quickly to see that if that's something that I have posted. I believe that it is, but I'm going to check and just make sure because I think it's very important that we talk about this stuff. Let me see, because what's going to happen right now is people are going to be able to future-proof themselves for these future blockchains, and I think that we all should take advantage of it. I believe that this is important enough that we pay attention. We get on these calls. We watch the replays if you have to. And it doesn't look like I put it in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find that graphic that has all that different stuff on it. It was posted. It was on the call. So if you go back and listen to the call, I forget what it. Oh, hold on. Minor slot match promotion. This might be it right here. Let's look at this together, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you that are here, still here, let's look at this together. All right, this is the MoveQuest miner and dock slot match. All right, the ultimate loyalty reward event. Now, MoveQuest is rewarding our committed users in a huge way. We are expanding, for those of you that know and for those of you that don't, across 5 different blockchains. And we want our long-term loyal miners to benefit from the start on each chain. Here are the new blockchain launches, like we've talked about: Polygon, Solana, Arbitrum, BNB Smart Chain, and the MoveQuest blockchain. And here's what we're giving away. Here's what you can earn. If you submit your proof of physical activity 90 days out of 100, all right, that is December the 13th to March the 23rd of next year, you will receive the same number of dock slots that you are mining with on the 13th. All right, the same miner type that you are currently mining with on all 5 blockchains for free. All right, now, of course, it's for free, but we have to submit. That's not for free. All right, there's no cost for miners. There's no cost for docking slots. You just show up, submit, and earn. You got to submit. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm mining with all 18 Titans, and my submission fee is around $7.43 a day, and that's worth it for me, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna do this calculator math just really quickly while I'm sitting here, and I know it's probably gonna show up as I'm scrolling through this document here. But if I'm doing $7.43, right, that is how much I have to pay in Avalanche to submit for every day that I submit, whether it's a good day or it's a bad day, right? Boosts included, all that great stuff, whatever the price of MQT is, all that. I have to submit 90 out of 100 days. So let's just say 90, right? So $7.43 times 90. That is $668.70. Am I willing to invest $668 in my own submissions over the course of the next 100 days to be able to earn over $79,000 worth of value? I knew this was going to show up down here. So let me just finish reading some of this stuff right here so I can get down to that part, all right? I got excited. I knew that was down there. Submission requirements, all right? Here are the requirements. This is the largest giveaway in MoveQuest history. First of all, let me just put that out there. Even though it's on the document, I want to confirm that. Existing users. Promo starts Monday, December the 8th, all right? Now, this was actually, I believe, is moved to December the 13th. all right? It's going to start on December the 13th. The 8th is when it kind of started the promotion. Tuesday, we really kind of talked about some of the promotions that I discussed earlier in this video, all right? But this document came out a few days ago, okay? Must submit a minimum of 90 out of the 100 days. Must continue mining with the same number and the same type of miners daily. If your miner count or type changes, you will receive the lowest amount or type you used. So ladies and gentlemen, keep that in mind. You want to start off and you want to stay consistent with what you are. I have been mining with Titans personally. I can only speak for myself, but I've been mining with Titans for a long time. Some days I miss, right? And that's evident in my hatchery rewards and different stuff like that, all right? Some of you are going to miss. You're not going to have perfect weeks, all right? But this is important to me enough to submit at least this 90 days. And I'm really shooting for 100. Because here's what happens, all right? And this is just giving the example of the giveaway and the value that comes with that, all right? We already talked about the submitting on 5, the proof of physical activity cost for 18 Titans, all right? So I got 768, because I'm sorry, 668. Here it says 648, right? So maybe I'm missing a digit or something like that, but I'm going to take these numbers for what they are because it's close enough. You think about how much it would cost you to have 18 Titans on all 5 blockchains as launching. Think about it even from the Trailblazer standpoint. If you're trying to be on all 5 blockchains, when people come in, they're going to start on selected blockchains and they may branch out to the ones that are, you know, as they come in on the years down the line, even months down the line. Ladies and gentlemen, there's never going to be a more worth it time to submit your proof of activity than right now. It's going to cumulative $648 as we get over these next 100 days to be able to get a value of $79,000 worth of not only the miners in our docking slots, but the docking slots open themselves. That's us not having to spend AVAX or BNB or Polygon or Arbitrum or Solana. We won't have to spend that to be able to take advantage of it. We'll just be submitting right now. So I'm just getting excited talking about this, ladies and gentlemen. This is a no-brainer. This is an absolute no-brainer. I want all 18 of my Titans that I'm mining with right now on all 5 of the blockchains, including the MoveQuest blockchain, ladies and gentlemen, including the BNB smart chain, which is going to blow up when it gets back rocking and rolling. I believe that because there's a lot of people that just use BNB. And I've seen that throughout the passive crypto space out here. People just like BNB, all right? So that's going to blow up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for positioning yourself right now. But you got to position yourself right now. You have to get your docking slots open right now. You got to get your miners into them. Even if you just get the docking slots open and they get you with 18 Trailblazers, with all the ones that you open, right? It is so important because for that $162 that it's going to cost you to mine in proof of physical activity mining for the next 100 days, $16,000 miners, you're going to get $16,000 worth of miners you're going to get on all 5 of these blockchains. Ladies and gentlemen, that's an absolute no-brainer to me. Now, of course, I can't tell you what to do. Can't tell you what to do. But the numbers are there for you, all right? All earned by simply walking, moving, and submitting daily. You don't have to learn how to trade. You don't have to do this and that. You just got to live your life and do what you got to do. And you have to learn how to transact a little bit of crypto, which a lot of us learn how to do just so we can be a part of these scam opportunities. And I tell people all the time now, like a part of my crypto education as I'm talking to my friends, family, and my loved ones about cryptocurrency, and some of my colleagues that have been in the space for a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had to learn the most valuable thing we need to learn being in this space the hard way and losing. We've learned how to transact cryptocurrency. We've learned how to buy it. We've learned how to own it. We've learned how to send it and receive it. Now we can use this to benefit us. Coupled with health and wealth, oh my God. Let me keep going. Navigators and explorers also qualify based on matching current mining. All right, so those of you that are still mining with those navigators and explorers that you may still have, even though you cannot still mint them, they're not available for minting or anything like that right now, you will still be matched on that. All right. So for those of you that have been on that, you've had those, and those are the miners that you own, that's perfectly fine. The goal is, so that everyone understands, is to incentivize the submission. All right. This is how much it's going to cost me to submit for the next $648 is a drop in the bucket to receive just south of $80,000 worth of miners and future-proof myself for life in an amazing opportunity like MoveQuest. I can't tell y'all what to do, but for me, it's a no-brainer. All right. Terms are firm, no exceptions. If you miss the required submission count, you do not qualify. If you change the miners or reduce your setup, you qualify at the lowest amount used. There's no special concessions. This is a gift for consistent participation. And here's why they're doing it. This is the biggest expansion in MoveQuest history. Our blockchain ecosystem is growing to reach the world, and we want our loyal community positioned first. Your consistency today gives you wealth on every chain tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. And one thing that I'm not seeing exactly on this particular document is that it's not just for the folks that get to 90 to 100 days. There's a sliding scale, all right? For those of us that aren't able, for those of us that see this video late down the line, that maybe we're well off into January or something like that, I'll find this document and it'll be talked about on the call. So you want to make sure that you're on these calls, ladies and gentlemen. They talk about these things, okay? And get in my Telegram group if you need a little bit more reinforcement on information, all right? I'm going to find, or I'm going to attempt to find this document that has the actual sliding scale in it that shares with you guys what the availability is for those of us that don't get the 90 to 100 days. There might be some of you guys that just don't get it, the 90 to 100 days, all right? Now, what I would say is to make sure that you have as many docking slots as you can handle open. And then, of course, you want to be able to submit at a level that you can handle for 90 days. So if you're not at that place, then, you know, that's a decision that you have to make, and make sure that that is something that you are able to do. All right, let me see if I can find, here we go. I have found it. All right, for those of you that are still with me, all right, I know this has been a long video, maybe too long for you, but this is a lot of great information that I want everyone to have. All right, so I'm going to open this up. I think it's this one. No, it's not this one. All right, let me stop it and go to this one. Oh, wait. No, I just clicked open the same one. Y'all bear with me. I'm going to get it open eventually. All right, here we go. I want to expand this just a little bit so we can see it a little bit better. All right. But here are some of the opportunity that you have as a person that may not have been able to submit all 100, right? So let me start from the top. The Miner Match Challenge. Earn your mining power across 5 blockchains. We've updated the rules. So these are the updated rules, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the updated rules make this more fun, more fair, and human. All right, life happens. You can still win. Maybe not at the 100% level that you would be if you did it at the 90 days, but you can still win. All right, here are the game rules. You have a 100-day timer, okay? You choose the miners. You'll mine with carefully. So you want to make sure you do that. You want to make sure that you have miners that you start off with that are what you are willing to stay consistent with, okay? If you change your miner type or quantity in your dock at any point, it says your 100-day timer restarts, okay? This prevents gaming. This prevents gaming while giving everyone a fair shot, all right? This when they say gaming, by gaming the system, all right? So here are the submission milestones and rewards. We've talked about the 90 to 100 days, right? 100 days is how many days we will have. If you submit at least 90 days, you will get a 100% match across all 5 blockchains with the exact same miners you use and the same number of slots, okay? So we're clear on that, hopefully. Now, for those of you that don't get the mark of 90 days, if you get 50 to 89 days, you get a 40% match, all right? This is based on the mining power, not miner type, okay? This is only based on the mining power. the slots will be matched to those miners, okay? For those of you that see it 30 to 49 days, you will get a 15% match. This is based on mining power, not miner type, okay? Slots matched to those miners. And if it's just 0 to 29 days, sorry, you are not a qualifier, all right? So here's the tip. You want to stay strong in this thing. Stay consistent, stay committed. Don't switch your miners or reset your progress, all right? What you will receive is your matched miners and dock slots will be given to you not only on Polygon, not only on Solana, not only on Arbitrum, not only on BNB Smart Chain, but also on MoveQuest blockchain. 5 chains, 1 commitment, y'all. Your proof of physical activity submissions are going to become your global mining empire. Here's a final thought. This is a massive wealth building giveaway for loyal community members. Ladies and gentlemen, your movement today equals your wealth tomorrow. Let's mine smarter. Let's win together. Ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't have said it any better myself, all right? If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you have to reach out to me for any reason, please feel free to do so. I'm on Telegram at Bank of Gerald, all right? My official Telegram group link is in the description below, as well as how to contact me. My email is down there too, all right? I ain't hard to find, all right? Reach out to me, okay? I am here to share with the world what MoveQuest is doing. It's already changed my life. It has increased my, not only my willingness to get up and get after my steps every day, but it makes it fun. It makes it worthwhile. And now I get to educate people on cryptocurrency at the same time as I get to tell them how I lost this weight and why I look so good in my suits, all right? For those of you that are out there, listen, ladies and gentlemen, 90 days in this thing, even if you're just mining at the phantom level, what it can do for your health. We do not shortchange here at BLJ, all right? I don't care what you heard. I love the price of the token. As a matter of fact, I believe it hit $10 again today. It was $8 yesterday. And we're going to see growth like this happen, okay? We're going to see exponential growth in MoveQuest, so I'm not going to be surprised when it happens. I'm not going to be surprised at all. What I'm going to be here to say is let's look at the lives MoveQuest has changed along the way. Let's look at the people that decided to put their flag in MoveQuest and decide to be people that led by example, that went out and got their steps in, that went out and submitted their proof of physical activity. I mean, we'll be able to find out. My goal, I mean, I'm doing this in front of everybody, but my goal is to, when you see my back office in March 23rd, on all the different blockchains, on all the different chains that we're on, I want to have all my docking slots filled up with the most powerful miners. You have the opportunity to do that too, all right? But you have to get out in front of it. You have to decide where you want to be, all right? I decided long ago this was something I wanted to be a part of because it just matched where I was. Instead of putting the trust in some remote offshore miner, I'd rather bet on myself and my own physical activity to mine for me, especially when this is a proven sellable token. I can sell this right now. I can sell all of it if I want to, and it won't hurt the ecosystem at all. It'll keep on going. I'll just be back at day one. I'll just be starting from day one, but not really though, because I'll have 18 Titan miners working for me that I can submit on the blockchain. And $7.43, while that may be hard for some people at that level, you do not have to be submitting at that level. You can have the phantoms cost you less than $2 of submissions a day. I think it's like $1 and for if you had 18 phantoms working for you, it's like less than $2, like $1.90 a day. If you don't see the value in this to submit your proof of physical activity and have the opportunity to earn a token for what you are doing already in your life, consider the hatchery. Consider buying the token and then putting your tokens in the hatchery and then just, submitting and then getting the reward from it. You can submit with one phantom miner, 10 cents a day, but you have MQT in the hatcheries. You can have thousands of MQT in the hatcheries and be taking advantage of the staking mechanism that is in MoveQuest. There's many ways to win, and there will continue to be even more ways to win, ladies and gentlemen. Just buckle up. Buckle up. If you're not excited by now, it's time to get excited. If you don't feel like you have a reason to be excited, borrow some of my excitement until you figure it out. All right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to try to lead from the front, lead by example. I want to remind everyone that $40 ends in about a couple hours, so I need to stop talking, honestly, and get this video out to you guys so you guys can take advantage of that. Tomorrow it'll be $50, the day after that $60, the day after that $70. After that, it stays at $80 to open a docking slot until March the 23rd of next year. Don't say I didn't tell you. It's going to $100. Future-proof yourself. If you believe in what this is, future-proof yourself. If you don't, then don't. Your actions will be according to your belief level. My actions are according to my belief level. With that being said, put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all your wallets, because crypto is indeed the wild, wild west, y'all. And if you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked, all right? Ask me how I know. It is not very fun at all. If you like this content, hit subscribe. If you want to be updated and notified, go ahead and hit that notification bell as well. I'll see y'all on the next one. It's your boy BOJ. Peace out. Let's get mining that MQT. Y'all get them steps in.